Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, true and all ages, because I'm your favorite random man, Future King of YouTube. Terrence was in the building today. How you guys doing? So, man, let's talk about this movie, Spider-Man: Brand New Day. Because I'm gonna be real with you. To me, yes, this is definitely the better Spider-Man movie I have seen, and I enjoyed this so much. I do have some nitpicks with the movie though, but I just gotta say this because I got before I talk about this movie, it's crazy because I remember what was it 23 or 24? I can't remember what year it was when they announced that Supergirl was supposed to be Spider-Man.
Mm-mm.
And boy, that aged like that aged like milk. And as you don't know, like Spider-Man, like I believe his first, yeah, I think his first day, which I think was Thursday, beat out Supergirl entire cinema run. And it's like, man, it's Spider-Man. You can't really doubt Spider-Man because he has such a significant on people's life, including mine as well. Like my whole entire family went to go see it. But I digress. Let's talk about this movie because man, this really feel like not just like a live action comic book. I guess it's kind of weird, but it felt like the Spider-Man games. I know y'all seen the memes and that's been going around lately. How they talking about this? Like each movie doing is literally from the game, and I guess I want to say you really feel the vibrancy of it. Like New York is a character in itself, like it is in the comic books. Because man, like the whole montage scene was going on with Peter taking on these like low, I guess you call it lowbrow villains, like Ramrock. I don't know why I thought that was Hammerhead for some odd reason. That's a dumb. I'm boo boo the fool on that one. You got a tarantula, boomerang. You had the hand. Then one of the criminals that's on the rooftop, but Spider-Man is like, that's why I'm playing. That's why I was gonna show my face, but that's why I'm kind of playing the game right now because it feels like a video game. It really feels like the video game. I know like a lot of people was talking about like how the webbing and like how it don't really feels practical, I should say. But it's web slinging. You're going to have to go CGI with that, so I didn't mind that. But going back on the rooftop with one of the criminals falling down, Spider-Man swung down web, and like one of the, Amazing Fantasy #1. I could be wrong, where he's like showing Westman saving the guy. Like all that was so good. The music, I think it's like A Wolf Like Me. I think it's one. It's oh my god, that it really fit that mode. Then during the whole montage scene, you see Peter looking at Ned and MJ. Okay, let me say this right quick. So, I harped on, and I said it so many different times through the years of the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, and when MJ, quote unquote, call herself Mary Jane in No Way Home, why we still call her MJ? She said her name was Mary Jane. I just I just want to talk about that for a hot second. But hey, I was getting caught on.
2 seconds later.
Yeah, so I like why you call Mary Jane. But anyway, like you see Ned, you see MJ. They're done with school. They get ready to go to college, and then on top of that, you see got the Peter. You can see the loneliness that Peter's feeling because now he's more so being Spider-Man all day, every day, instead of being Peter Parker in between. Because I think there's one scene where Peter is going up in his apartment, and this one girl was like, "Oh, we're in the same apartment." So Peter's like, "Hey, there's another space I can get though, because this so I can be alone." Because he really feel like if he involves them, he feel like he will hurt somebody because he lost May, the movie, because you talked to I can't remember the lady's name was the police lady in the comic books because it was I think it's like Wolf. I'm probably misremembering her name, but I'm gonna figure it out. But eventually, but what ended up happening was the tank scene was showing up. Then Spider-Man's on the tank. He's trying to stop the tank. Then you see Frank Castle coming out of nowhere, shoot a grenade launcher at the tank. Then when Peter gets hit and he jumps on Punisher's battle bus or battle van, whatever you want to call it. What was funny was people saw that scene and they were saying like, "Oh, they Disneyfied Punisher," because the scene they talk about when Spider-Man welds up the grenade launcher, put on top of the bus. Sorry, the van. Excuse me. He put it on top of the van. Then Frank had another grenade launcher and he laughed. That was one of the most funniest scenes to me in that movie. So I was like, you want to talk about somebody getting Disneyfied? Go watch Predator Badlands. That's the Predator. The Predator got Disneyfied. He got his own mascot and everything. So,
You know,
He's right.
yeah. So that character got Disneyfied. But eventually Punisher shoots Spider-Man off his van, and he literally web slinging back, did like a little Liu Kang flying kick, knocked him out of the van, and it did like Frank's like, you mother. Spider like, go home, Frank. Here's the thing, I love the banter between Punisher and Spider-Man. I really love the banter between. They're talking about Staten Island where Spider-Man saved them. Punisher's like, you keep bringing that back up. John Bernthal is a fantastic Punisher in this movie. So eventually, the van, the tank goes to damage control, and then you see the old lady in there, and she just starts smiling. Then you see her start mine hopping. But the crazy, before I said it, one of the things I did love what Spider-Man did, instead of like he went to go web the way he webbed and saved those people, so the tank with him was so cool. Cause then when the old lady, cause it's a pretty kept secret, but I'm gonna save it for the villain. I'm gonna save it for last.
Don't you believe it?
So she kept mine, but she couldn't read Spider-Man's mind. So she started mind hopping everywhere else. She couldn't affect Peter. So it was crazy how his Spider was not affected by that. So she pretty much said like, "Hey, you over here trying to catch?" She's like hopping into one security guard at damage control. He said, "You so busy chasing me, you was in that. It was in the tank. It had a bomb. Jean gets away. She was getting Scorpion, and Scorpion was also. And I forget. Sorry, I should have said. I'm not gonna follow everything in fear. But Tombstone. Before I go up to Scorpion, Tombstone was in it. The same actor who's playing the main bad guy in Black Lightning. I wish we got more of him, but it is what it is. I hope he comes back to do a bigger role in the next Spider-Man movies, depending, because I that version of Tombstone, I really loved it. Wish I had more of it. Even with Scorpion, like literally each montage that they did was off of Spider-Man comic book cover, and it looked so well. Even Scorpion was done so well. I was hoping he had the mask, but he never had the mask. But anyways, Scorpion gets kidnapped, and so now I guess Detective Wolf, she comes in and she asks Peter like, "Hey, what's going on? What's happening?" He said, "I don't know. I know somebody. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna get somebody to help me out." So then, this one I like that Peter is more detective, being more scientific. Nothing against Andrew Garfield's or Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. They was good for that era for what it was. But seeing Peter being more inventive, more tech savvy, because he had a web grenade just like off the video games. So to me, that was really cool to actually see that. But he goes to Yelena, because like I think a lot of people had an issue with this scene. Like I was like, all right, but is it random? It is. It is very random. But what I did love about it, when you see Yelena, first of all, I can't remember the actress name who played Yelena. That woman is beautiful and she's fine. And boy, I know y'all saw the use of her like, this is my office. You see a lot of people like, Yelena said, come to my office. It had one with Chris Hemsworth, and I forgot what movie it was. And he's jumping off this cliff into the water and did like a meditation pose in the water. But that scene was so funny because I love where Yelena's like, what I did with she keep calling her team the New Avengers. Say what we did with is big potatoes. So what you did with small potatoes. And all this time they were talking, Peter's piece slightly come up out of the water, and when she talking, and she's leaving to stop. I'm like, to me that again, is it random? Yes, but it's a funny scene. It was really, really good to me. So that was another thing. But then Peter started experiencing these I won't say blackouts, but like his hints of his strength because like his spider mutation, or they said his testosterone, I should say. I'm probably saying pheromone. I think it's I don't know. I'm probably pretty much the spider mutation is pretty much taking over his body because when he had a fight with Scorpion, he was like, I'm gonna say Jean Grey. Yes, Jean Grey's in this movie, and I'm gonna talk more about the villains part maybe a little bit further down towards the end of this video. And he's like, "Oh, you think I'm Scorpion?" And it was Jean taking over Scorpion's mind. He's like, "I'm trying to find my sister. What's VMAX? VMAX? Yeah, VMAX." Cause through the whole movie, I was like, "What in the world is VMAX?" Temptation started to come forward, and he started brutally beating up Scorpion. At one point, he nearly killed a cop. The Detective Wolf was like, "Hey, you gotta stop what you do. You got where this is. You gotta figure it out." So now it's crazy because then we get one scene where Peter sees Ned, and I don't know, Ned, like my man, the actor who played Ned, like he lost a lot of weight for this role, and he doing a good job because I do expect him to be Hobgoblin somewhere down in the future. Hopefully we get a Hobgoblin. I like to see Green Goblin, but definitely because that will Ned Leeds is Hobgoblin in the combos. But so as he goes to the party, he sees Ned. Ned's trying to find out, like, oh, Ned's looking for me. He's trying to find out who Spider-Man was. So Ned's looking, and then you see MJ come in, and Peter see MJ kissing her new boyfriend, and he got out of there. He started webbing away, and it was like, you saw all the flashbacks, what happened in previous films, and you really felt for him. And this is why I wanted a ground level Spider-Man, and that's really what I wanted. And it's nothing against the first three films. I love those first three films, but I want to see a Spider-Man that's really struggling, and we got that in this movie. So yeah, I feel like I missed the Scorpion scene up with the party scene. I think I missed it wherever the case being. Like Peter blacks out, and he realizes he wakes up, and he's in his web cocoon, and he starts hitting the like he's like, wait, what is this? And you see like the organic web become. He's like, it was so funny. And then one scene, he go over to visit Bruce Banner, and people he talk about his inhibitor that keeps the Hawk at bay. And then at one point, Bruce like, "You're not one of my students." You said, Bruce like, "No, my name is Ned Leeds," but he pretty much saying like, "No, can an inhibitor keep back the mutation?" He said he can. He said, "Peter asked, well, can you keep back the bad mutation?" He said, Bruce said it can, but it's dangerous because how you know what's the bad mutation? Because pretty much said that's a part of you. Now let me believe that Bruce he accepted the Hulk, but he still knows that the Hulk is dangerous. So that was a whole nother thing. So even though he got the inhibitor working at one point, he was trying to. Cause at one point it overheated, and it was like they did another web ball, blew him up. It was so much funny. Then again, when the organic web, like, I like the fact that it mentions said Peter. I think it said Peter 1. Said he has organic web, so it wasn't hard for him. But Deutsche Man from Jesus, I said Sam Raimi. Why did I say Ted Raimi? Sam Raimi's Spider-Man movie. He was like, "Go web, fight web." No, he kept saying all that. Then when Peter actually got his web going on, it's like, "Stop web, stop web, stop." It was really. I like the callback that they did. They actually managed to call back for the Amazing Spider-Man 2, and we're gonna go into that one in a minute. So at one point, so now Peter he trying to get his inhibitor to work for him. What ended up happening is he runs into Jean Grey again, and she take over different minds of different people, talking to Peter like she don't. It's like, you don't know who this monster is. She found out where Peter lives at, and about the letter and about the cup, like, because you remember in No Way Home when Peter saw MJ again, he was gonna give her the letter. He decided not to give her the letter. So my Peter's like, man, I gotta say MJ. So I love this is one of my favorites when Peter was chasing MJ. Chasing Jean. Her she had a limit for she could mind hop. It's like 32 meters. And I love the fact that Peter used his new AI friend. I can't remember her name. Iris. I think I want to say the name was Iris. He used the AI, and then he's like, he used to help track Jean. Say, hey, you only go 32 meters. Let's see, you got this. Which I don't understand how she got out when he went to go save MJ. But then it was like Peter and MJ was on this like right behind this neon sign. It said Silver. Now my good friend Mike, he was telling me like, man, that could mean Silver Sable could become next. I wouldn't mind seeing a Super Sable, but I definitely want to see a Black Cat. Peter and MJ was talking, and MJ was like, do we know each other? Was we more than friends? Because I remember what happened in Paris. I remember what happened. I think it was in Italy, I believe. So I remember what happened in Washington. I remember what she kept saying. I remember what happened here in New York. Like you always there to say you say me and Ned so many different times. Who are you to me? It was so wild because I'll admit I didn't know how I was gonna handle about the spell where everybody forget who Spider-Man was. So, and she was like, and Peter took off the mask, like, MJ, and she was like, remember, like, Mary Jane, Mary Jane, Peter, they kissed, they hugged. Then Jean Grey was so diabolical for doing this, y'all. She was like, yeah, that's right, Peter, hold her. She's like, she has no thoughts about you in her mind, and that, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, that crushed me. That really crushed me. And this is the part where I'm talking about the Amazing Spider-Man 2, where Mary Jane's like, she jumps off the building, and then Peter had to quickly jump down, web up, just to save her. And those who remember Amazing Spider-Man 2, the way how the web forms up, and it's like a hand trying to reach out to her. Oh boy, I mean, it brought back so many memories how Gwen died in Amazing Spider-Man 2. But again, I always felt like Andrew Garfield got redeemed in No Way Home. So yeah, it was good. He was like, hey, I'm sorry. I was like, I do what you want, whatever. Just don't hurt her. And so that's when you find out who the girl was in. And pretty much Jean Grey was pretty much in this hood. And I really wanted to be Mr. Negative because again, I fight Brandon did kind of fit more of the vibe, more of the tone. What was crazy was when we saw the trailer, me and my brother kept going back and forth like, so man, it's Mr. Negative. It can't be nobody else. So Mr. Negative can bring out the negative impulses of people. And he's like, no, it's Jean. Now granted, you know, I saying in my trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day, I say, yeah, if it's Jean, it's cool, but I was wondering what part would she play in the movie. And when it was like when they found out it was Jean, he's like, I told you. I was like, yeah, man, you told me it's Jean, whatever. So I didn't, but then that's when Peter took Mary Jane to Punisher's house, and like all the booby traps everywhere, he just holding things up, blocking everything, moving out the way. It was so cool. And I also love the banter between Mary Jane and Punisher. She's like, who is her? I say, who are you? She's like, who are you? I see why she like. I see why you like her so much. Even at one point where Peter was working on his inhibitor, and him and Mary Jane was having a conversation again, and she helped him figure out how to fix it. She said like, Peter, that's how Spider-Man will help keep this monster that's in. And Mary Jane's like, well, from what I've seen, you're not that type of monster. So even when Spider-Man found out who Jean Grey was at this time, Spider-Man said like, no, I'm like you, Frank. I don't want to get nobody involved in my life. Punisher's like, I ain't asked for this life. It's like you feel like if I had a choice, I wouldn't do it. So this life I got as a prison, you can take your mask off and live your life. Pretty much like I like how Frank was like coming like a mentor towards Punisher. Frank was being a mentor towards Spider-Man. Excuse me. So I enjoy that because you can tell Punisher. Yeah, Punisher is gruff, whatever he is. I think when he's cool with you, he's cool with you, despite him killing people. Spider-Man goes back to Damage Control. I can't remember the main bad guy's the Damage Control name, but he finds out that Jean Grey is going there. Now, mind you, the Jean Grey we're seeing now during this whole movie, she's not at peak strong level. Because no, Jean went to go get Bruce Banner. Now, I know a lot of people was complaining about this because Bruce wasn't as I said Hulk wasn't as strong and big as he was. He still had some. He turned to the Hulk, but he wasn't really ripped because Jean had control of him. And Spider was telling Jean like, "Don't do this. You don't know nothing about the Hulk. You cannot control the Hulk." And so the many times Spider-Man kept knocking Bruce around, she started to lose some of that control. She did lose that control because Peter's gonna put that inhibitor into Jean Grey. But then when Jean lost control of the Hulk, that's when we got the Savage Hulk return, and you can say it's an MMA fight, but God, that fight scene was so good between them. Even Punisher was trying to shoot him with his guns, and what was fun, the funny scene was like, Frank, what are you doing? It's like, you trying to tickle him to death? You go, like, I think Punisher said, you go, you deal with the Hulk, pretty much, hey, you keep him busy, I'll go deal with Jean Grey. And Punisher like, you're not trying to fight the Hulk, are you?
Mm-mm.
It's like, yeah. So it was cool to have that brand. Then it was so funny. Was eventually Jean Grey took over the Punisher mind, and she's like, "Ooh, this guy got issues." Then going back to Spider-Man and Hulk fighting, he almost did the Hulk smash to Loki. What? Oh, like to Spider-Man, I said Loki. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Yes. But Spider-Man quickly got on his back while Spider-Man dealing with the Hulk. Jean came with a sassy Punisher, like, "Good luck with that, Peter." The sass on that joke was so funny. Hulk was not dumbed down at all. Sabotage was in full strength mode. Even with the little shocker gauntlet that they had, Spider-Man came like Hulk was destroying it, even webbing up everything. Do I wish that fight was longer? No. Hulk got welded to Bill. Spider-Man's like, "Bruce, it's me, Peter, your friend." And Hulk kind of calmed down. So I'm thinking, this is what I'm thinking, guys. So I'm believing that maybe the Hulk remembers Spider-Man. If you remember, I think Hulk's mind is immune to all telepathic things and magic. So maybe the Hulk does remember Spider-Man. I know Bruce don't remember Spider-Man, but I think the Hulk does. So that's just my take on it, how I feel about that. But eventually, Spider-Man stops Punisher and stops Jean Grey from for taking to find out what VMAX is. So I was like, okay, so he put the inhibitor on Jean, boom. So then, the director of Damage Control said, when Jean, she was in my head and she trying to find something, but thanks to you, we stopped it, blah blah. So come to find out, Damage Control did had Jean's sister, but she's gone, she's passed away. So now they're trying to mimic telekinetic controls or telepathic controls. So that's what Damage Control doing to Jean right now. So, because I remember Jean also said something before she passed out. She's like, Sarah. Again, Sarah's Jean's sister. Again, I'm sorry, I'm hopping around everywhere with this, so please forgive me. So anyway, what ended up happening next? When Spider-Man went to go get MJ, she was like, she found a letter. She's like, "I don't want to talk to Spider-Man. I want to talk to Peter." And then Mary just said the spell worked. It worked. I'm not that woman that you love no more. Bro, when I tell you a pin could drop because everybody was quiet. The emotional beat with that was so, oh my God. So eventually Spider-Man takes Mary Jane back to her and Ned's place. And her and Ned, they all kicking and having a good time. Mary Jane was talking about when she got mind control, she didn't remember nothing. But the director of Damage Control said he remembers stuff. So Spider-Man was like, "Oh, you lied to me." So now Spider-Man went to talk to Yelena again, and then she talked about, and when she found out, she was helping Spider-Man figure out what Damage Control was doing. She was like, "Oh, big potato." So Spider-Man goes to try to save Jean Grey. Damage Control really trying to find out how to mimic Jean's powers, but something happened. Then we start to see Jean fully messed up with her powers, and it was crazy because then when she looked up at the ceiling, the room she was in, VMAX was nothing but a vent. That's the last thing she remembered. Because I'm thinking VMAX maybe got something to do with Venom. No, it was just a vent, y'all. So it was like, oh my God. And Jean was angry. And then her power just exploded, freezing everybody. It's civilians, Ned and MJ, and the people in Damage Control. It was crazy. So Punisher's like, "Hey, what you about to do, kid? You gotta do something before I do something." Because now Spider-Man trying to save Jean. Spider-Man say, "Hey, Frank was wrong." Frank like, "I don't care. I gotta do what I gotta do. You better do yours quickly before I gotta do mine." It was like, oh my God. So it's literally like a race against the clock, trying to save Jean Grey. But then the fight against the Hand was so amazing, man. That was such a good fight scene between them. So good. And then one point, during the fight scene, like the camera flip upside down. The camera work was so amazingly good in this movie. So eventually the Hand destroys Peter's web, his web shooters, and Jean Grey was like, "What you gonna do, Peter?" I know I'm paraphrasing. "What you gonna do, Peter? Are you gonna are you Spider-Man? Or are you Peter Parker?" And then when the Hand tried to hit him with the sword, he used organic webbing, and he finally mastered the mutation. He's like, "I'm both." One of the coldest lines in this movie. Oh, I loved it. And so then he did a little web tornado, webbing all the hand up, all the people. Because the crazy thing, like before, I'm sorry for skipping stuff because I was so excited watching this movie. They had weapons to stop Peter using his weapons, like his web shooter weapon. So they had a whole task force for you, and you helping them. And people say, like, I'm sorry, but yeah. And going back to that, Spider-Man goes in there, try to stop Jean. Jean literally stops Spider-Man from moving, but again, he's slightly because then eventually she went in the mind of Peter Parker. She went in the mind of Peter Parker because one of the earlier scenes where Aunt May is telling people, no, it's different. It's gonna be different, but you're special. You're still you. And so it was a heartwarming scene, and people was like, why is she talking? Why is she talking to Jean? Jean can read people's mind, and so she took the spot of Peter and get that message. Then Punisher shoots the gun, and Spider-Man. I still have it. They kept his spider sense. He says Jean Grey for getting shot. And it's like, Jean, you gotta go. And Spider-Man stopped bleeding out. And one of the scenes during Civil War, if you remember the scene, they got this on Marvel Rivals as well, where Spider-Man is getting carried by Punisher. Yeah, it don't look as good as it does in the comic book, but man, it's still an iconic scene. And then you see Jean Grey is helping Peter breathe, like control his breathing to help him get well again. And then with him waking up, like that he was emotional. How John Bernthal owned this role. And again, I got nothing against previous Punisher like Ray Stevenson, Dolph Lundgren, Thomas Jane. Those are good Punishers, but John Bernthal is Punisher. That's him. Give me a phone call. I'll try to.
What is your name?
My daddy called me Weezy brother.
So again, like Punisher shed a tear. Say, you know what? You want Punisher? Hey, you want to get out of here? I have a way to get you out of here. Peter's leaving out, and somebody say, "Look, it's Spider-Man." So I'm thinking, like, Frank, what are you doing? He got the mask and the gloves on, and you see him sound like just hopping around. He was like, "Ooh." So it was really cool. And then to see Peter find out that people do love him and do care for him, it made him be like, yeah, I can. They say I can be both. So to wrap this up in a tiny book, I still want to talk about about the villain situation. Now I believe Peter and Ned did their handshake. Now remember, Peter didn't do this with Ned when he met up with them back at MJ's house when he was Spider-Man. But they did the handshake. Ned was like, Peter. Now what I think, this is what I'm theorizing. I think what Jean did, she kind of unlocked their memories. Yeah, I don't like. Again, we won't know what we won't find out about MJ until maybe the next Spider-Man come out. But yeah, I really think that's Jean that's letting them know, like, I think she really unlocked their memories of Peter. And then the post-credit scene where they got the Spider-Man locator. Now, what people are theorizing, and this just me, what people are theorizing is, I think it's that some people think it could be Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, but some people think it might be the Miles Morales. I don't want to say it is. I'm not too sure, because if we see Miles again, I think we're gonna see Miles maybe in another Spider-Man movie, maybe a tease of Miles. That's what I believe is going to happen. But that Spider-Man locator, because it went from the city into nowhere in space, it's definitely Secret Wars. But which Spider-Man it is, it definitely could be Tom. It definitely could be Toby. Do I think it's Miles? I don't think it's Miles. But I'm gonna touch upon the villains right quick, because again, this is more of a nitpick with this movie. Now, was it cool to see these these villains of Spider-Man come in? Yeah, but I think with Jean Grey being quote unquote not really the bad guy and really was damage control, I really felt I want to see Tom Holland to take on a Spider-Man villain, not dealing with villain with circumstances. What I mean by villain with circumstances is Vulture. You hated what happened with Tony Stark and happened at the Battle in New York. Mysterio has an issue with Tony Stark. In Far From Home, No Way Home, it was different Spider-Man villains from Tobey and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. So, you know, I like it's a nitpick, and it doesn't really take away from the movie for me. But I will hopefully, I want to see like maybe Scorpion come back and have a fight with Spider-Man. Because now what man I can't remember the guy who plays Scorpion. He's saying that there's a chance we could get Scorpion in a Venom suit. Now Scorpion Venom was definitely cool in the comic books, and he was good for what it's worth. But I don't want Matt Gargan being the guy that gives that becomes Venom. I want Eddie Brock to be Venom. That's what I want to see. I want a perfect rendition of Eddie Brock. Because again, like so Tom Hardy's Venom, it's not bad, but I would have been better if we had Spider-Man in there. So hopefully after Secret Wars, we will get our Venom, Eddie Brock Venom, because that's what I want to see. I want to see Venom and Spider-Man go at it, but done right. I'm sure MCU can do it. But yeah, this video is quite long than usual when I do these reviews, especially if I'm by myself. But yeah, guys, tell me what y'all think about this movie. Do y'all like it? Do you have more nitpicks than I have with this? Do you like it's like it's alright? But honestly, y'all, I really think this movie was really good. It was fun. I enjoyed it. But anyways, we're gonna wrap this up. So make you like, share, subscribe, come to Random. We do have those cookies. Hashtag me Corey's Kitchen, y'all. And y'all, please, y'all help me get to 500 subs, because we got 466 right now. Help me get there, guys. And I will do a game of your choosing. Wherever these games are right now, I don't know. But once we get close to that 500, we'll talk about it. But anyways, I don't remember on long enough. I'm gonna say please. So please, I'm gonna say it one more time. Please, I'm talking too fast. Please, y'all stay random. I'll see y'all in the next video. Y'all take it easy.